What's up, guys? It's your boy Darkskin. So today we're going to be talking about TAKA Sasuke. Now, a lot of people have also been sleep on him because they're just like, oh, he's the same thing we all have. He's just, a whole bunch of damage, blah 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 blah. But you got to take into consideration, one, yes, he has a lot of damage. 2,200 attack, 2,232 attack plus 100. That's 2,332. But you got to realize he's a body unit. And then some people are going to say, oh, well, he's short ranged and we have Rock Lee. Yes, we do have Rock Lee, but Rock Lee is such a high risk, high reward unit that nobody really takes him. Because, alright, so his first jutsu, there's really no utility, it's just damage. Then on top of that, his ultimate jutsu gives you, yes, it gives him higher damage, but it's slip damage also. That can take half your health bar. Like, it's not safe to use him unless you're one-shotting a boss, which you're not unless you're like one-tail Naruto. 1,500 health, that's really high health. Body doesn't have really any good units, so that's going to make him even more better. That's the thing with Sage Mode Naruto. If he wasn't bravery, if he was heart, body, or skill, he'd be that much more better. Simply because bravery has so many units. But he's still good because if you haven't seen my last video, go check it out. Anyways, so his first 4 abilities are boost crit rate by 1.5. That makes his crit rate 6. That's a high percent of crit on this game. He's gonna be hitting crit just as much, if not more, than one-tail Naruto. And my one-tail Naruto hits crit 9 times out of 10. Especially if there's somebody with a buddy skill that gives him even more crit. Going on to his jutsu, 3.8 times attack to one enemy and knocks them back. Pretty good damage, especially for how high his attack is. And it knocks back, which is really good. It's like a thin straight line. Field skill, reduced chance of being immobilized by 25 to 30%. It's kind of irrelevant. It's kind of not needed because there's no boss that's like gonna super immobile. There's really no use for that, if I'm gonna be honest. And he's pretty decent so far. Like if you don't think he's decent, I don't know what to tell you. His buddy skill, boost attack by 115. That is always going to be a needed skill. That's always going to be something that people can use because it boosts your attack. So you can pretty much, like, instead of doing so much damage, you can add that on, and then pretty much your raw stat will go up, and your jutsu multipliers will go up because you're adding 115 to it. Going on to his ult. Now this is where Sasuke gets a lot of his utility. 8.5 times damage to one enemy, which is pretty decent multiplier, and leaves a black flame region which deals 1,000 fixed damage for 5 turns. That means you can make your own field effects. Now, a lot of people don't understand what that means. A lot of people are confused at how that can really be useful. Think about it like this. 8.5 times attack is already going to give him a lot of damage. Think about it like that. He's pretty much going to be doing 20,000 damage, okay, to a unit. And on top of that, putting a black flame pool region on the ground. If that unit stays inside that's 5,000 extra damage. So that's a total of 20,000. Well, 25,000 damage pretty much. Not to mention, if you go inside the black flame, you don't get burned. So you can easily bait somebody. On top of that, you can use the jutsu without hitting anybody, and it'll still create the black flame. So you can trap people, you can bait people. There's a lot of utility in that for the simple fact Sasuke has knockback too. You can make it, knock someone back into it. And then, oh, what if you don't have chakra because you used your ult? There's other people that have knockback also. The OG Naruto, OG Minato they gave you, that's 2 people. Madara, Sage Mode, Konohamaru, Conan, Jiraiya, all have knockback. So even if you didn't pull any of those, you have at least 2 units that can use knockback. So creating your own field effects for that extra damage is actually, like, we talk about slip damage always being very useful. Because it just, slip damage, it just continuously takes away from their health. For 5 turns, you get 1,000 damage off of somebody. That is going to be, especially, think about it like this. Say you use that on a big boss like Shukaku, you know, Gamabunta or something. They can't even move. They have to take the extra 5,000. You see what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you can burn like 2 parts. But anyways, that's it. That's all I got for this video. Be sure to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't, put a comment in the comment box below. I hope you guys start to understand the utility he brings, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.